The Great American Bash went Hollywood with our next stop here in Los Angeles. And the night would kick off with The Miz coming down to the ring complaining about why he's not on the card and why he's not getting an opportunity at a championship in his new hometown. So we had a champ come out and offer an opportunity to The Miz. The Scottish psychopath Drew McIntyre, willing to put the WCW United States Championship on the line in our opening match. And it didn't go well for Miz. I mean, did we expect anything less? McIntyre just kind of toying with Miz. It was quick work for the champ. Hits a Claymore, goes for the cover, and very easily retains and remains your WCW United States Champion. Then we had a 6-man tornado tag between Gallus and Imperium. Now, Gallus, fairly new to the universe. They've only been on the WWE roster for a couple of months. In Imperium, we know what they bring to the table. They have been collectively and separately a very dominant group, a very dominant faction. Ludwig Kaiser and Giovanni Vinci, they've been tag champs not only in WCW but also WWE. Gunther, our very first Mr. Money in the Bank. I think Gallus has got a bright future ahead of them as they are just starting their run here in our universe. But on this night, it would be the boys of Imperium who would come away with the victory. Then we would see two ladies that we haven't seen in the universe in quite a while. Ronda Rousey taking on Becky Lynch. The last time we saw Becky was back at Backlash, where she lost her WWE Women's Championship to Shayna Baszler. She took a little time off to kind of refocus, recharge the batteries, and come up with a game plan on how she's going to get back up on that championship mountain. She wouldn't ease back in her first match back. Look, we all know how dangerous Ronda Rousey can be. She's the baddest woman on the planet, but the man wanted to come in her first match back and set the tone for what this next chapter, this next phase of her career was going to be. And when you set yourself in there and challenge yourself against maybe the toughest woman that you could possibly step into the ring with, that's exactly what you're going to get. Becky would hit the manhandle slam and get the victory over Ronda. Where does Becky Lynch go from here? I have a feeling we're about to find out really soon. Then we had the WWE United States Championship on the line. Karrion Kross getting his shot against the almighty Bobby Lashley. And Kross, who recently came to the WWE via the draft, has been on this mission of trying to establish himself, trying to set the precedent of what this next year is going to be. Hasn't really worked out all that well for him. We saw when he first came in, he targeted Seth freaking Rollins. Played some mind games, but in the end, when it really mattered, he wasn't able to get the job done against Seth. Now here at the Great American Bash LA, he's got a great opportunity to potentially become a champion. But he's in there with one of the toughest champions we have in either brand. Lashley would hit a spear, and he would come away with the victory, successfully retaining his WWE United States Championship. Well, when you're in LA, the stars are always out. And one would not only be out, he would be appearing in the ring. Bad Bunny taking on Despicable Ray. And in Bunny's corner, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. Cody knows how it is, and Bunny knows how it is. When you're dealing with the LWO, if they've got 2 on the outside, you probably should have 4. Because they have worked and schemed and tried to work any angle they can to give themselves the advantage. At one point, these two were actually friends. But since we've seen the change in attitude that we've seen from Ray, he doesn't need people like Bad Bunny anymore. He doesn't need the cheering of the crowd. Here we saw Dom distracting Bunny, opening the door once again for his dad to take advantage of the numbers game. He would send Bad Bunny into a 619 connect. Hit the frog splash and get the victory. Not a bad performance by Bad Bunny, but our WCW World Heavyweight Champion gets the win against somebody that at one time he considered a friend. Then we had kind of a special throwback match. Batista taking on John Cena. Now, this is more of a throwback to WrestleMania 21. Now, these two didn't meet at WrestleMania 21, but WrestleMania 21 was a night that for both of these guys, their lives and their careers changed forever. Both men would become world champions for the first time on that night back at WrestleMania 21, which took place here in Los Angeles. Batista would defeat Triple H on the Raw side. Cena would defeat JBL on the SmackDown side. And both of these guys after that point would become more than superstars, megastars. Cena, a 16-time world champion. Batista, a 6-time world champion. And now that their wrestling careers are kind of in the rear view, they're here in LA, they're here in Hollywood. And we know what Batista's done in the Marvel universe. John Cena in the DC universe. Here, though, in this one, Cena would hit a 5-knuckle shuffle off the top rope and get the victory. I don't think this is the last time we're going to see these guys in our universe. They will make appearances from time to time. But as we kind of celebrate WrestleMania 21 in Los Angeles for both of these guys, John Cena and Batista put on a hell of a match. Then it was the WCW Women's Championship on the line in a rematch from our stop in Washington. Raquel Rodriguez looking to try to get back her WCW Women's Championship, taking on the Queen, Charlotte Flair. Raquel trying to prove that it was a fluke that Charlotte was able to defeat her in Washington. And Charlotte on the opposite side wanting to prove that the Queen is the gold standard here in WCW. This is reign number 3 for Charlotte. The first 2, very quick, did not last long. She wants this one to be a championship run for her that really establishes her place in the women's division. Charlotte, on this night, though, would prove to be the better woman. she defeats Raquel Rodriguez once again to retain and remain your WCW Women's Champion. Then in our main event, we had a special throwback. This one taking us back to the Royal Rumble 1999 from just a short ways up the road in Anaheim. An I Quit match between Mankind and The Rock. Coming into this one, originally, Mankind was the WWE champion after having defeated The Rock about a month prior. The feud between Mankind and The Rock is so significant when you go to tell the story of The Rock and where he began and where he went. Everybody would say that Stone Cold is The Rock's greatest rival. They are each other's greatest rival. But his feud with Mankind, and Mick did this with a lot of guys, this established The Rock as a main event player, as a guy that the audience believed was not only the next big star, but the current star at that time. And look, this match, looking back now, some 25 years later, hasn't really aged very well. And a lot of that has to do with when you think of CTE and head trauma, brain trauma that we think about today. This was a violent match. And it's very prominently featured in the documentary Beyond the Mat. And a lot of the behind-the-scenes stuff with this match is in that movie. And we've heard Mick talk about it over the years. But again, no denying what this match meant to The Rock's career. History would repeat itself in this one, as The Rock would end the night with the victory. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you are enjoying this Great American Bash series, please like and subscribe. Leave us a comment down below. We'll see you next time from Dallas.